Hello everyone, this is Kaifu here with game 1 in a series between Louie and Kaifu. Louie on my right side is playing Bahamut, a very common deck you'll be seeing lately in this current format, because the fact that Bahamut is a very strong ruler itself. Not only that, the objective of Bahamut itself is able to do enough early game damage to you to the point that you'll be within range not by burn spell but the attack from the J rule itself. Bahamut able to do at least 1000 damage by himself, and not only that, because the reason why it's so strong at the moment due to the fact that the new regalia items allow him to get swiftness, not only that, extra 200 point damage, and allow you to do a lot of crazy combo like what Louie is doing at the moment, able to do a lot of early game damage to the point that you won't be in a good situation at the moment. And as for yours truly on the left side is playing Abdul. Abdul has been shipped out of meta for quite some time now because the fact that it's just too slow or it's not the best ruler at the moment. But however, I just want to see how it goes at the moment. And for those who don't know, this is my Australian National, or should I say Australian Grand Prix 2015 deck list. I did update a little bit by maybe like 1 or 2 cards, that's literally it. So I want to see how it goes in this current meta at the moment. But luckily I am going first to the point that I will have a second turn 2 setup. So pretty much whatever my opponent does right now, I should be okay. But if my opponent Louie did win first, I'm pretty sure I'm in a lot of trouble at the moment. So yeah, in comes the 500 point damage directly to my face, putting me down to 3500. In comes the incarnation again, attacking directly 500 point damage, put me down to 3000 life point. Let's see what he can do now. Back to my turn now, so I'll tap for another magic stone, and obviously my turn 2 magic stone makes my outer world, my thunders, my stoning death alive, so which is a good indication. And I do have 2 thunders in my hand, and I was considering should I thunder off the Kukulu, but however I was thinking if I thunder off the Kukulu, then I have no outs to Bahamut, because the 2 thunders in my hand at the moment is the only outs against Bahamut at the moment. So let's see what I can do. In comes the 500 point damage, so I was thinking should I use the thunder or should I use the stoning death in my hand. Now I did debate about it, and I did go with the stoning death because stoning death would not help me in any situation if the Bahamut's on the battlefield. Since if Bahamut's on the battlefield, I can't stoning death it, I can't do anything to it, so pretty much my best choice is to use my stoning death, even though it's kind of wasteful, but at least the thunder can help me later on. And in comes the hunter, doing a 300 point damage, doing those minor damage. And in comes the regalia, sacrificing his hunter and doing 12 damage directly to me, put me down to 1200 life point. Back to my turn now, not in a good position because the fact that I'm already below half my life point, and it was only my opponent's second turn. So if he did win first, I'll be in a lot of trouble. So I paid 2 for Cinderella on the field and passed my turn. I left 1 red open obviously for the follow-up play for thunder if my opponent doesn't finish me off this turn. So let's see what happens. Now if my opponent draws a single thunder, I'm pretty much undead from this range. Regardless of how you say it, how good you are, you cannot survive from a burn damage unless you have a cancel spell. That's only have a cancel spell if you have 2 magic stone open, which is green, but which I'm tapped out on. In comes the 1200 damage directly to my face, put me down to 300 life point. Here comes the resonator, the Cane resonator, what is it called? And Apocalypse, whatever it calls, I can't remember. But I do sacrifice my Cinderella right away to get rid of it because I only have 100 defense. So the reason why I didn't use my thunder because I want to waste my thunder onto the Bahamut. Now a lot of people did forget that outer world is a thing, so pretty much if I cast outer world right now, which I do, my opponent cannot respond with the regalia, putting in myself in a strong position. I got rid of the problematic card, I got rid of his main card combo and so on, and all his regalia in his hand is kind of dead unless he uses it for discarding for red. After all, but that indicates to me he has nothing in hand at the moment. But in this current situation, I'm down to 300 life points, so not in a good situation at the moment. And he plays 40 thieves, and I do zig it because I do not want him to draw any more burn spell. If he draws a single burn spell, I'm definitely dead, or any card that has swiftness in any way. So I tap for another magic stone and then I play I play 2 to play Spiritual Despair, forcing my opponent to discard 2 cards from his hand. So if you want anything in hand, like your Resonator to beat me down or whatever, or if you don't have any burn spell in hand, that's a good indication for me. So he actually discards 2 Kukulu, so which he doesn't need at the moment. He pays tap 1 for a red magic stone, and in comes the werewolf. It's gonna do a lot of damage. Garrow, that is. For the clearing attack right away, he already burned me 100 point damage, but I do drop the 0 and debuff him by 200 attack, 200 defense. so putting him on 5/5. So I'm obviously have to block this. Even my 0 does die, I'd rather 0 die than my life point die to 0. So yeah, back to my turn now. I drew a Stoning to Death if I saw correctly. Yeah, I did draw Stoning to Death. At the moment I have no Resonate in hand, so I had to J activate to put my Abdul on the battlefield. Now Abdul won't be doing much because the fact is that I'm facing an aggressive deck. An aggressive deck doesn't really matter what you do and so on. As long as your life point is 0, it means nothing. But I'm just using my Abdul just for the body, that's about it. Now I have 4 Magic Stone open, so I have 1 Cake Stone, 1 Thunder, and 1 Stoning to Death. So I have a lot of removal. Or he plays any power spells and he want to get rid of me, that's fine because I got 1 Cake Stone. But he has double burn spell. I'm kind of dead. He plays the egg, but obviously the egg doesn't do anything. So now I'm thinking what I should do. I drop the Cinderella, putting Cinderella on the field just for the bottom press and attack him directly for 1000 point damage. And he's gonna block with the egg, and I use Abdul's ability to neutralize it, so it has no effect at all. So when it does die, it can't search for any crazy card he needs, like for example a werewolf or 40 feet to draw more cards and so on. I don't want any of those, so yeah. So let's see what happened right now. Back to my opponent's turn now. Tap for another Magic Stone. He has 2 cards in hand compared to my 3 cards in hand and now 4 cards in hand because he can't do anything at the moment, so which is giving me the huge lead I need. Attack for 400 directly, putting him down to 3600 life point, and compared to my 200 life point. So obviously a single burn spell, like I said before, will get rid of my life. So I'll just see what I can do at the moment. I was debating should I tap for another Magic Stone just for just more counter spell and so on, but I'd rather just get more chunk damage and so on and just drop a body later. Attack 1000 directly, put him down to 2600 life point. And then pay 3 and drop a North Custom. I think that's how it pronounces her name. North Custom is a very strong ruler, strong resonator. When it comes to play, regardless from deck, hand, or graveyard, you can search your deck for a card and put it on top of the deck. So I can search for any key cards I need. For example, I just search for the Spirit of Despair because if my opponent doesn't drop anything in a couple of turns, I know those are resonators in his hand. So I can just deal with those later, and I'll force my opponent to discard 2 cards from here. Has nothing left in hand, so at the moment he'll be in top deck situation that he don't want to be in. And not only that, I'll leave the Spirit of Despair on top of the deck. So it would be better if it added my hand, but if it did add my hand, there will be a bit too much power from a single 3-drop. So yeah. So let's see what my opponent does now. Now if he draw any Regalia, it's a dead draw for him because he can't really do much with those unless he can drop a Blazer or something. He dropped a 7 Dwarfs on the battlefield, so I'm like, okay, 7 Dwarfs, nothing to worry about at the moment. So he passes his turn at the moment, passing back to me, and I drew Spirit of Despair, so I thought I can kill his 7 Dwarf right now with a Stoning to Death, and then get rid of his hand later on. And he pays 1, and I was thinking, oh no, don't tell me he has the Thunder. He has Dual Truth and get rid of my Cinderella, so I do allow it. And here comes another Dual Truth, getting rid of my other Resonator from the battlefield. So from there I lost 3 of my cards compared to 3 of his cards, so my Spirit of Despair in my hand is a dead draw now. Literally, it's a dead draw. Yeah, attacking for 1000 point damage directly, putting him down to 1600 life point compared to my 200 life point. So at the moment, I'm going to leave all my Magic Stone open because I have a lot of spells in hand, except for 1 dead spell, which is Spirit of Despair, which can't do anything at the moment. But I do have a Thunder and a Absolute Cake Stone that can prevent my opponent doing anything at the moment. He drops a Resonator, I'll Thunder it off. Hopefully it's not too big, like a Hunter or something on the line, or if he drops like a burn spell or anything, I can just cancel it. He drops the Resonator, but I can't attack right away, so yeah. And for some odd reason, I don't know why I used the Thunder. I should use my True Magic Stone to actually debuff it and kill it right away, because I don't know, I actually forgot I had the True Stone for some odd reason. Attack for 1000 point directly, put him down to 600 point life point. So back to my opponent's turn, and I have an Outer in my hand, so if he does drop like a whatever card on the field, I can just get rid of it. And he does scoop it up because he just drew the egg. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for game 2.